White played. Rook f to pause the video and try to predict black's next move. Rook takes f4. Rook takes f4. Rook takes g5 check. Bishop g4 check. Knight takes g4. Rook takes g4. Rook takes g4 check. Queen takes g4 check. Queen takes g4 check. King f2 black has a decisive advantage. Let's go to the next game. Black just played. Rook takes c8. Pause the video to figure out white's next move. Rook b1. White is looking to play queen takes b7 and seize the initiative. Queen takes d6 move preferred by black. Queen 4. White considers playing rook takes b7 and secure a stronghold in the game. Rook b8 played by black. Bishop takes a6. Bishop takes a6. Rook takes b8 check. Queen takes b8. Queen takes a6. Queen b1 check. Black is outplayed. Let's go to the next game. White just played. Knight takes a6. Pause the video to figure out black's next move. White is looking to play knight takes b4 and secure a stronghold in the game. Knight takes d3 played by black. Bishop g5. White is looking to play pawn takes d3 and dominate the board. Knight takes f2 played by black. Bishop takes e7. Rook takes c2. Knight b4. White wants to play knight takes c2 and dominate the board. Rook takes b2 played by black. Rook a2. White is planning to play rook takes b2 and seize the initiative. Rook takes a2 was chosen by black. Knight takes a2. Knight d3. King f1. Bishop takes h2. King e2. Black is clearly ahead. Let's go to the next game. Black just played. Bishop e3. Pause the video and try to predict white's next move. Rook takes f5. Rook takes f5. Bishop takes e3. Rook e5. Pawn b4. King g8. Pawn takes c5. Pawn takes c5. King g1. White might go for rook takes b7 and increase their advantage significantly. Pawn b6 was chosen by black. Rook e1. Queen d6. Bishop d5. White is looking to play bishop takes f7 check and gain a significant edge. Rook takes d5 move preferred by black. Pawn takes d5. Queen takes d5. White has a decisive advantage. Let's go to the next game. White played. Bishop b4. Pause the video to analyze black's next move. Knight eg4. Black wants to play queen h2 mate and secure a stronghold in the game. Pawn g3 move preferred by white. White is looking to play bishop takes c5. Queen takes c5. Queen b4. Queen takes b4. Pawn takes b4. Knight e5. Knight c3. Pawn h5. Rook takes a7 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Knight takes f2 played by black. Rook takes f2. Queen takes g3 check. King f1. White might go for bishop takes c5 and seize the initiative. Bishop takes e3 played by black. Queen takes e3. Queen takes e3. Bishop takes f8. Queen takes h3 check. King g1. Knight g4. Black is preparing to play queen g3 check. Rook g2. Queen e1 mate and dominate the board. Knight c3 was chosen by white. Knight takes f2. King takes f2. Queen f3 check. King g1. Queen takes f8. Knight takes e4. White is outplayed. Let's go to the next game. Black just played. Pawn takes d4. Pause the video to figure out white's next move. Black considers playing. Knight e5 check. King e2. Pawn d3 check. King d2. Knight takes f3 check. King takes d3. Knight takes h4 and dominate the board. Bishop takes c6 move preferred by white. King takes c6. Pawn takes d4. King d5. Pawn f4. White's idea is to play pawn a4. Pawn h6. King c3. King e4. King c4. Pawn g5. Pawn takes g5. Pawn takes g5. Pawn takes g5 and seize the initiative. Pawn a4 was chosen by black. King c3. Pawn h6. King d3. Pawn h5. King c3. King e4. King c4. King takes f4. Pawn d5. King g3. Pawn d6. Pawn f4. Pawn d7. Pawn f3. Pawn promotes to queen at d8. White is setting up to play. Queen g5 check. King h2. King d3. Pawn f2. King e2. Pawn promotes to queen at f1 check. King takes f1 and establish a winning position. Pawn f2. Black is on the verge of defeat. Let's go to the next game. White just played. Rook e4. Pause the video to analyze black's next move. Rook takes e4. King takes e4. Pawn takes g4. King f4. White is preparing to play king takes g4 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Pawn f5 was chosen by black. King e5. King d7. Pawn h5. White is aiming to play pawn h6. Pawn c5. Pawn h7. Pawn g3. Pawn takes g3 and gain a significant edge. Pawn takes h5 was chosen by black. King takes f5. Pawn c5. Black is setting up to play pawn takes b4 and gain a significant edge. Pawn takes c5 was chosen by white. Pawn takes c5. King g5. King e6. King f4. King f6. King e4. King g5. King d3. King f4. King e2. Pawn h4. King e1. King f3. King f1. Pawn h3. Black might go for pawn h2. King e1. Pawn promotes to queen at h1 check and dominate the board. King g1 was chosen by white. King e2. Black is looking to play king f3. King h1. King takes f2 and put immense pressure on the opponent. King h1 move preferred by white. King takes f2. King h2. White has no response. Let's go to the next game. Black made a move. Pawn g5. Pause the video to analyze white's next move. Black intends to play pawn takes f4 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Queen d6 was chosen by white. White is aiming to play queen takes d7 and take decisive advantage. Pawn f5 was chosen by black. Queen takes e6 check. King h8. Black wants to play pawn takes e4 and gain a significant edge. Bishop takes f5 was chosen by white. Knight f6. Knight takes f6. Rook takes f6. Queen e5. White intends to play Bishop d7. On h6. Bishop takes a 4 and increase their advantage significantly. On h6 was chosen by black. Bishop d7. White is aiming to play bishop takes a 4 and secure a stronghold in the game. Rook a8 played by black. Rook e2. White considers playing. Rook de1. Queen b6. Bishop takes a 4 and increase their advantage significantly. Rook a7 played by black. Black is preparing to play rook takes d7 and dominate the board. Bishop c6 move preferred by white. King g7. Bishop d5. Queen f8. Rook de1. White is aiming to play. King h1. Queen c8. King h2. Queen f5. Queen b8. Rook a f7. Bishop takes f7 and increase their advantage significantly. Knight a5 played by black. Queen e8. White is planning to play. Rook e7 check. Rook f7. Rook takes f7 check. Rook takes f7. Bishop takes f7. Queen takes e8. Bishop takes e8 and secure a stronghold in the game. Queen takes e8 was chosen by black. Rook takes e8. Rook f8. Rook 8 e6. Knight b3. Rook g6 check. King h8. King g2. White is preparing to play. King h3. King h7. Rook e6. On g4 check. King h4. King h8. Rook takes h6 check and gain a significant edge. On g4 move preferred by black. Rook takes h6 check. Rook h7 white is clearly ahead. Let's go to the next game. White played. Knight e4. Pause the video to figure out black's next move. Rook takes e4. Queen takes e4. Queen f2 check. King d1. Bishop f5 check. Bishop takes d8. Bishop takes e4. Knight d2. White is looking to play. Pawn promotes to queen at g8 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Queen takes g2 move preferred by black. Rook e1. Bishop takes c2 check. King takes c2. Knight d4 check. King d3. White might go for bishop g5. Queen g3 check. Rook e3. Queen takes g5. Rook e8 check. King d7. Pawn promotes to queen at g8 and take decisive advantage. King takes d8 move preferred by black. Bishop takes f7. Queen takes g7. Rook e8 check. King d7. Black intends to play queen takes f7 and increase their advantage significantly. Rook f1 was chosen by white. Knight c6. Black is planning to play. Knight e5 check. Rook takes e5. Queen takes e5 and gain a significant edge. Rook g8 move preferred by white. White is setting up to play rook takes g7 and take decisive advantage. Queen takes b2 was chosen by black. Bishop e8 check. King e7. Black is aiming to play. Knight e5 check. King e2. Bishop a5. Rook f8. Queen takes d2 check and put immense pressure on the opponent. Bishop takes c6 was chosen by white. Pawn takes c6. Rook f8. Queen b5 check. King c2. Queen a4 check. King d3. Queen a3 check. King e2. Queen takes a2. Rook e8 check. White has no response. Let's go to the next game. White just played. Knight takes d6. Pause the video to spot black's next move. White is planning to play knight takes e8 and increase their advantage significantly. Rook takes c4 move preferred by black. Knight takes c4. Bishop takes d5 check. King f2. White is looking to play rook g1. Pawn takes c4. Rook takes g7 check and dominate the board. Bishop takes h1 was chosen by black. Queen takes h1. Pawn takes c4. Queen c6. White is aiming to play queen takes e8 check and gain a significant edge. King f8 played by black. Queen takes c5 check. Queen e7. Black is preparing to play queen takes c5 check and take decisive advantage. Queen takes c4 played by white. Queen d6. Pawn b4. Queen e5. Queen takes a6. Queen takes f5 check. King e3. Queen e5 check. King f3. Queen d5 check. King f2. Queen d4 check. King f3. Knight d6. On the 5. King e7. Black intends to play king takes e6 and gain a significant edge. Queen c6 move preferred by white. Queen d3 check. King g2. Queen e2 check. King h1. White considers playing queen d7 check. King f8. Queen takes d6 check and put immense pressure on the opponent. Queen b5 was chosen by black. Black's idea is to play queen takes c6 check. King g1. Queen c2. Pawn b5. Knight e4. Pawn a6. Queen f2 check. King h1. Knight g3 mate and seize the initiative. Queen c2 move preferred by white. Queen f1 check. King h2. King takes e6. Queen c6. White has no response. Let's go to the next game.